In 1 minute, please.
Okay, hi. Everything's in and good? Hi, Steve.
How are you?
Good? Everything's good?
All good. Remember my
Good,
password?
good.
Yeah, thanks, Lee.
All right, great.
All good.
Hey, how are you? Let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
See if this works. Hang on one sec, Mr. Hartman.
Sure. Okay.
You still want me to make a statement about what's going on online? We're making it, right? At the beginning?
I think you can make it. Yeah, because so many emails come in. You can- just let me give the award. I have an award to give out, and you can make a
Yeah, I'll do
statement.
that after that.
Yep.
Not yet. For the hire?
All right, everybody. We'll be starting in 30 seconds. Everyone, please take your seat.
Are you sure? I don't hear any sound coming out. Testing, testing.
There we go. Superintendent's ready to go. So we're ready to go to this very exciting June Board of Education meeting. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome everybody tonight, and I will start with a roll call starting from my far left. Mr. Scott Oshrin, Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Ms. Laura Newman, Associate Superintendent of Business and Operation, Ms. Dana Schultz, Board Trustee, Dr. William Hender, Board Vice President, Dr. Jordan Cox, Superintendent, myself, Steve Hartman, Board President. To my right, Ms. Sue Hermer, Board Trustee, Mr. Gus Huber, Board Trustee, Mr. Tim Russo, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment, Ms. Mara Harvey, District Counsel, and Ms. Debbie Verga, District Clerk. So before we start all the festivities tonight, I do have an award personally I wanted to give out tonight. This is for Dr. Hender from the New York State School Board. Dr. Hender is getting recognition for Board Excellence Recognition for all his time striving to expand the governance and knowledge and skills. So on behalf of NYSBA, we'd like to present you with a certificate for achieving this award. Congratulations.
Nope. Congratulations.
All right, so with that, I'm going to turn over to Dr. Cox to start the meeting. Dr. Cox.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Before we get started, I just wanted to share something with our community. We have such a great turnout tonight, and tonight is a night of celebration, which we're looking forward to recognizing so many students. And there's one particular highlight that I'd love to share is, if you haven't seen yet, CBS was here last Friday highlighting our programs. They referred to Commack as the crown jewel. I don't disagree with them. We are the crown jewel. I have to say we had probably over 600 students wake up at close to 4 o'clock in the morning and come and pack out the gymnasium for what looked like almost a pep rally. CBS was here from just before 5 o'clock in the morning, and they highlighted our programs from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. on the morning show. It was absolutely incredible. What an experience, the energy of our students. If we have students here, let's hear it for our students who were here that morning. And it was just, it's an incredible experience. If you haven't seen some of the footage yet, it's on our social media web pages. It's also, if you go to CBS and you Google CBS Chris Raggi at Commack, he highlights what's called a class act, and he visits different schools, only a few of them over the course of a year, and this was the last one of his season, and he said that in all the years that he's done this, he's never seen energy this high in a school before. He's never seen this many students turn out. He's never seen the enthusiasm from the administrators and the staff, and just the collective efforts and pride that we show here in Commack, and all of the programs that they highlighted. There wasn't 5 minutes that went past on CBS that they did not mention Commack schools or highlight one of our programs during that period of time in the morning show. So the feedback has been amazing. So I wanted to start with that because, and I know I have an audience here, and some of you may be familiar, but I'm as transparent as they get. If something happens in this district, I'm going to tell you about it, and I'm going to hit it head on, because when something happens in this community between social media and what's out there, if you want the facts, you can come to me. I will give you the facts. So there was a recent incident. You may have heard of it. You may not have heard of it. But there was a recent incident that took place in Commack Middle School where a student had said something. One student had said something. And they said something that was anti-Semitic in nature. Now, let me be unequivocally clear. Anti-Semitism or any form of hate is not allowed in the Commack schools. It has no place in our schools. It's unacceptable. And one of the reasons I share that example, when 600 plus students come to our building at 4 o'clock in the morning to celebrate Commack Pride, it is unfortunate that maybe the actions of one student should not define this district. But I will tell you that in the event that there's any sort of hate or anti-Semitic comments that occur in our buildings, there is a zero tolerance policy. Zero. Zero. We foster a school environment that includes respect, dignity, inclusion. It's what we believe in. It's what our students demonstrated last Friday. And again, unfortunately, it's deeply troubling that the actions of one student can cause such an uproar in this community. It can cause divisiveness. But I have to tell you, as a community, as a superintendent, I'm telling you, you're hearing it from me, you're hearing it from my mouth, it will not be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. There are disciplinary measures that, unfortunately, due to privacy laws, there will be people out there that say we don't do anything, we sweep it under the rug. That is patently false. That is patently false. When things rise to my office to this level, when somebody says something that's in the form of hate or anti-Semitism, we deal with it swiftly and we deal with it quickly. We have amazing partnerships with organizations across Long Island that support Commack. They recognize the work that we do. They recognize our curriculum efforts in developing students who are just respectful and kind. For the parents that are here, we have amazing children. Amazing children in this district. Children make poor choices. But again, it should not represent the masses of this community, our reputation, what we've created, the energy that we bring to school every day, the children that you raise. But unfortunately, when something like this happens, I want to reassure you that it will be dealt swiftly and severely. And I'm sorry that I have to share that with you tonight, but the safety of our students is the most important, and we want our students coming to school. If they can't come to school safe, then they're not going to be able to access learning. We want them to be excited to come to school. The outcomes that your children provide are amazing, but when I hear children, when they're graduating from Commack and they don't want to leave, that's the most rewarding, because they had an experience, a positive experience here. Unfortunately, if something happens, please feel free to reach out to your buildings. Please feel free to reach out to me, because it will be addressed. I can promise you that, and you're hearing it from me, okay? So if you hear something different on social media, it's patently false, and I will just share that with you. So I'm sorry that that's how we had to start part of our meeting, but from here on out, it's going to be a positive night. Looking forward. As a matter of fact, I think I'm up first to recognize a couple of awards, so if you don't mind, Mr. Hartman, I'd like to take the podium. Go for it. All right, thank you, folks. So good evening again. In case I didn't mention it, I'm Dr. Cox, your proud superintendent of Commack Schools. And tonight we pause to recognize and celebrate. We're going to start our celebration this evening with an extraordinary leader, our Board of Education President, Mr. Hartman, who after an incredible 12 years of dedicated service has chosen not to seek re-election. 12 years. That's more than a decade of tireless commitment to the students, staff, and families of Commack. It's a chapter defined by steady leadership, principled decision-making, and an unwavering focus on what matters most, doing what's right for kids. Throughout his tenure, Mr. Hartman has led with integrity, purpose, and heart. Whether navigating complex challenges, championing new initiatives, or simply listening with empathy and care, he has been a guiding presence and president, someone who always put the needs of the students before his own. We've seen him at countless meetings, school events, graduations, and community gatherings. Behind the scenes, he works collaboratively with fellow board members, supported our administrative team, and asked thoughtful, sometimes difficult questions, not for the sake of being critical, but for the sake of being thorough, because excellence demands it. What I've personally admired most is Mr. Hartman's character. He listens, he builds consensus, he leads without needing to be the loudest voice in the room, and he reminds all of us of what respectful, effective public service looks like. On behalf of the entire Commack administration, our faculty and staff, and this community, Mr. Hartman, we thank you. Thank you for your leadership, your wisdom, your partnership, and your deep care for this district. We wish you the very best in this next chapter, and know that wherever your path leads, your positive impact here will be felt for ripples to come. Please join me in offering our heartfelt appreciation to Mr. Hartman for 12 years of service and extraordinary service to Commack School District. Thank you.
Say a few words?
If you want, yeah. Award? Is that the award? Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Cox, for those. Good? Not on yet. Oh, he had them.
I'm going to.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, everyone, for coming out here tonight. We know it's a award of celebrations. Again, I want to start off by really thanking the true people who are my backbone, my family, my wife, Dorian, my daughter, Emily's here as well. My son, unfortunately, is away at a nicer place than here, but that's great for him. But I'm really glad to celebrate this night with everybody. So, again, this is my last meeting as trustee and of the Commack Board of Education. I'm both filled with a deep sense of pride and reflection. Over the past 12 years, I have joined the board with a single goal in mind: to serve our students, to serve our schools, to serve our community with both integrity and with purpose. Over the past decade, we have witnessed Commack grow into the most forward-thinking and accomplished school district in this region. Together, we have championed academic excellence. We have expanded opportunities, embraced innovation in ways that have truly set our students upon the roads that they need for success. As Dr. Cox just highlighted, this year alone, Commack was featured on the CBS News Class Act as a first of any Suffolk County school that's showcased our Bloomberg Labs, which you can see outside, our mock trial classroom, our sports arenas, college-style learning spaces, all of which are commitment for preparing students not just for graduation, but for real life indeed. We've seen all our students earn national recognition in science and math and arts, which they will receive some awards tonight. And none of these achievements will be possible without the strong foundation in our primary schools. From the very first day of kindergarten, our youngest learners are nurtured by dedicated educators who spark curiosity, build confidence, and install a love of learning. Our elementary schools are where characters shape, friendships are formed, and the seeds of future successes are planted. We also preserved, as part of my tenure here in the school district, one of Commack's most unique educational treasures, which I'm really very proud of, which is the Marion Call Farm. This historic site has become more than just a landmark here in Commack. It is a living classroom indeed, where students connect with the community, with agriculture, explore the environment, and have authentic hands-on learning. But beyond all these, I'm most proud of the culture we have built. As you heard before, Dr. Cox has installed a culture of transparency, of collaboration, students coming first in decision-making. We as a board have passed with the community budgets that reflect our values, invested in our needs for both health and wellness, and entrusted that every student, regardless of their background, has the tools that they need to succeed. Again, none of this would be possible without the hard work of all our educators, which are here tonight, all the administrators, the staff, the parents and attendants, and all my fellow board members here who work alongside me for their dedication to help inspire me in every step. Again, thank you, Commack community, for trusting me with this responsibility. It is my personal honor to serve you in this life, as part of my life of the past decade. As I step away from this role, I do not say farewell, but with confidence in the strength of our schools, the brilliance of our students, and the unwavering dedication that will continue this important work. Commack's story is still being written, and I have no doubt that this chapters will continue to something very extraordinary. Again, thank you for all from the bottom of my heart, and best wishes.
So, Mr. Hartman, before you leave, we have a beautiful plaque for your years of service, and we actually have two proclamations, one from Senator Matera and one from Assemblyman Brown, who wanted to recognize your years of service. So congratulations.
Thank you again.
So this next award is one that we don't typically give out. It's one that I had to design for tonight's event. It's actually called the Heroism Award. And before I actually speak a little bit about this award, I'm going to invite some individuals up to stand next to me, because I think it's important for them to stand here in front of you to be recognized while I share with you why they are receiving the Heroism Award. So I would like to call up Mrs. Kristen Holmes, Mr. William Scaduto, Ms. Christine Wright, Ms. Linda Dalton, Mr. Toby Elmore, Mr. William Downey, Mr. Mike Littorello, I'd also like to invite from our Commack Volunteer Ambulance Corps, Kevin Reichert, Paramedic in Chief, if he's here with us this evening. Cole D'Arienzo, paramedic and former Commack student. Jason Morales, paramedic. And Anthony Perez, a driver. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals that stand here before you are being recognized. Their quick thinking, steady hands, and unwavering courage made the difference between life and a tragedy. In a moment of crisis, right here in Commack High School, they stepped forward. They did not do it for recognition, but because they care deeply about the people around them. As the quote goes, heroes are not defined by the size of their actions, but by the heart behind them. It is my absolute honor to present the Heroism Award to this remarkable group of individuals who rose to the moment, demonstrated extraordinary presence, and made an immeasurable impact. Their actions remind us the power of compassion, connection, and courage. Words are hard to describe what these individuals standing around me did that day. They saved a life right here in Commack High School. It's just a remarkable act of heroism. I was there that day. I watched it unfold. I watched it take place. And I watched these individuals, cool as a cucumber, jump into action and save a life that day. And for that, we are incredibly grateful. And could you please join me in a round of applause for these individuals? You guys are rock stars, brother. Is he? Why, does he want to be called up?
I was on TV.
That's awesome. If you could come up onto the podium, we'd love to take a picture of you. We have a little certificate. There's a line. I know it's an emotional moment because there was a time when my father struggled with illness. And I wasn't sure he was going to make it. And he looked at me and he said, "Jordan, you know what makes you strong?" And I said, "What's that, Dad?" He said, "Having people in your life that love you." Right? This staff in this district, in this high school that day, is a family. The amount of love that existed that day to step in and save an individual's life, you could feel it. It was palpable. It was emotional. It was draining. It was a lot of things. But I know that there's so many individuals in this district that would do the same thing, and it's my absolute honor to be able to recognize these individuals that are here up on the stage. And we're very fortunate to have them as part of our Commack staff. So thank you again. No, you guys can come down. At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Russo to come up and kick off our student recognition. Mr. Russo.
We want everybody to come up in each content area and take a picture, right?
Yep.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the district, I want to thank everybody for being here this evening. We truly appreciate it. I know that this time of year, calendars get full. We have award ceremonies like this, our athletic events, exams, concerts. It becomes very hectic, and at times it just feels like we're kind of sprinting to the finish line. But evenings like this should remind us to pause and take a breath, and to remember that it's very meaningful for us to come together as a community to celebrate all the incredible things that happen each and every day in our schools. Tonight, we're going to take an opportunity to honor community heroes, staff, and most importantly, the reason we do the things we do, our students. We have students across all grade levels, top scholars, gifted artists, talented musicians, and outstanding athletes, those who have gone above and beyond in service and leadership. We'll recognize dedicated staff members and administrators who create that positive culture that allows our students to shine. To our families, I want to thank you for the role you play in this journey. Your support, your partnership, and your belief in the importance of education make all the difference. To our Board of Education, thank you for your support. To Dr. Cox for your leadership and vision for Commack. In Commack, Dr. Cox often says our schools are our main streets of towns, places where we gather, connect, and celebrate. And that's why evenings like this should feel so special. We also say once in a while, above and beyond is our baseline. And tonight will be a perfect example of that in action. So tonight, we'll recognize and celebrate what's possible when a school district works hand in hand with its families and its community. I want to take a moment to congratulate all of those being recognized tonight. We're incredibly proud of all of you, and most importantly, we thank you all for what you do every single day. I'm going to call our presenters up one at a time. Those being recognized as you're called, if you could just come this way, up the stage behind me, and then we'll wait on the stage for all honorees in each content area to be recognized with a photo with the Board of Education. So first up, our Director of World Languages and ENL, Ms. Barbara Lascano.
Good evening. Tonight we are proud to recognize an extraordinary achievement by one of our students, Mallory Helms. Mallory is the first student in Commack history to earn the New York State Seal of Biliteracy in 3 languages, Spanish, Italian, and in Japanese. This is an unprecedented accomplishment that reflects not only her exceptional dedication and intellect, but also the strength of our world language program. To earn the Seal of Biliteracy, To earn the Seal of Biliteracy, students must demonstrate a high proficiency in reading, writing, listening, and speaking in the target language. This includes researching a culturally relevant topic, creating a visually based presentation, and presenting their work entirely in the target language to a panel of judges. Students are then required to respond to a series of questions, again in the target language, and show a deep understanding and fluency. Mallory met these rigorous standards not only once, but 3 times, in 3 different languages. She comes from a monolingual household, correct? So that's huge. She learned all these 3 languages here in school and at home also Japanese. That level of linguistic and cultural proficiency is truly extraordinary. Language acquisition is the umbrella for all learning. It fosters communication, cultural understanding, and critical thinking. In Commack, our language instruction is a cornerstone of the International Baccalaureate program, which develops global citizens who are curious, empathetic, and engaged with the world around them. Mallory, we are so proud of you. Your achievement is a milestone not only for you, but for Commack. We have set a new standard, you have set a new standard, one that reflects the very heart of the IB mission, and we can't wait to see where your journey takes you. Felicidades, auguri, amedetto. Congratulations, Mallory. Let's do on this speech. Yes.
Next, to present some awards in science, Ms. Laura Longo, our Director of Science.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight, we would like to recognize a handful of students who have done phenomenal work in our high school science research program. I would like to call up all students and then give you a little bit about what their projects were on. Can we please have Ashana Chada, Mehek Soni, Syed Hamza Ali, Sazwadi Bhattacharya, Magan Elzebek, and Seth Schwartz. Ashana Chada was recognized for her achievement of being a Regeneron Science Talent Search finalist, an honor awarded to only 40 students nationwide. Ashana presented her work, The Role of Oligophrenen and Paskin-2 in modulating radial migration of pyramidal neurons during brain development in Washington, D.C. this March. I'm going to get a little tongue twisted with these titles. I'm assuming Ashada couldn't make it this evening. Mehek Soni represented Commack School District at the International Science and Engineering Fair held in Columbus, Ohio last month, and took third place in the microbiology category for her work titled Characterizing the Secretion Signal in the C-terminus of Francisella tularensis FTL 1123, Insights for Type 1 Secretion and Therapeutics. Thank you, Mehek. Syed Hamza Ali has been nominated by the Long Island Science Congress to attend the New York State Science Congress for his work titled The Impact of Dietary Sugar on Locomotion and Physical Behavior of Drosophila melanogaster. Hamza will be representing Commack High School at the New York State Science Congress held this Sunday in Syracuse at the Milton J. Rubenstein Museum of Science and Technology. Best of luck, Hamza. The WAC Invitational Science Fair is a competition for select schools and is judged by professionals and researchers in their categories' respective fields. At this year's competition, Saswati Bhattacharya took the third place award in behavioral science for her project titled The Impact of Social Media on the Perception of Mental Illness Across Age Groups. Congratulations. She's not here tonight. Magid Elzebek won third place in engineering for his project developing a wearable solution to enhance neck posture for students in the digital age. Congratulations. And finally, in the category of medicine and health, Seth Schwartz won second place for his project, The Effects of Epinephrine on Early Onset Parkinson's Disease in Drosophila melanogaster. Congratulations to you all.
Congratulations again, and thank you to Dr. Laura Longo. Next up, I'd like to invite Mr. Mark Stuckey, our Director of Music and Fine Arts, up to present some awards.
Good evening. I'd like to begin by thanking the Board of Education, Dr. Cox, and our entire administrative team for the tremendous support of the arts here in Commack. A special thank you goes out to our incredible art and music teachers as well. You challenge, motivate, and inspire our students every single day. You create classrooms that spark imagination, build confidence, and nurture creativity. Tonight, we honor students who embody that spirit. The individuals recognized this evening in both the visual and performing arts have creativity flowing throughout their veins. Speaking of our music program, our student musicians certainly know how to light up a stage. Whether it's a performance in a school concert or ceremony, or being part of the drama or musical, we have so many leaders in our department. And they are such a talented group of individuals. They perform with the band, chorus, and orchestral ensembles. They're featured soloists. They go out into the community and perform for people. They perform national anthems at a variety of events, and they have been selected to perform at the New York State Council of Administrators for Music Education, NISCAME County Festivals, the New York State Music Association, NYSSMA All-State Festival, and the National Association for Music Education, NAFME's All-Eastern Festival. We're extremely proud of how they represent our music program. And as I read your name, please come forward to be recognized. We have for our NISCAME All-County Festival, we have Sophie Barron, Sazwadi Bhattacharya, Ethan Blatt, Logan Beret, Richie Campbell, Anush Charkian, Kaylee DiGregorio, Anthony DeSalvio, Maya Duda, Chloe Gulo, Elizabeth Kazaluni, Irene Lee, Nell Misijuski, Daniel Mankus, Alexandra Mitnick, Vittorio Rico, Eugene Sun, Ari Spiegel, and Alexa Walsh. Congratulations. As these student musicians get to the stage, we'd also like to recognize some of the same musicians that have been recognized as all-state student musicians. So congratulations to some of the same musicians up on the stage. Once again, Sazwadi Bhattacharya, Ethan Blatt, Richie Campbell, Anush Charkian, Chloe Gulo, Irene Lee, Daniel Mankus, Alexandra Mitnick, and Alexa Walsh. Can we have another round of applause? And last but not least, we would like to recognize one person that was recognized this year for the All-Eastern Festival, which happens every other year. So we'd like to give a round of applause for Alexa Walsh as well. Congratulations to all of our student musicians. Want me to wait a moment, or? As we continue to recognize students in our programs, it's important to note that our student artists' artworks are thought-provoking, they're inspiring, and they're filled with attention to detail. We have students who are incredible with a paintbrush or pencil, digital tablets, students who create functional art on a pottery wheel, those who design computer video games, and those who capture moments in time through both digital and traditional black and white photography. Their work has been displayed in art shows and galleries across Long Island, and many have received top honors and awards, standing out amongst the most talented young artists in our region. We're incredibly proud of what they've accomplished and even more excited for what lies ahead. And as I read your name, please come forward to be recognized. I feel like I need a pair of glasses for this one. For our High Arts Showcase, congratulations to Jasmine Lal. Jasmine's also won a few other awards. Congratulations to her for the Scholastic Art and Writing Award as well. The Scholastic Silver Key Award in photography goes to Juliet Jackson. Juliet also won an award for the Scholastic Silver Key Award in drawing, so congratulations as well. We're going to continue to go with Juliet. Congratulations for the Suffolk Community College High School Awards in Art. For the Bay Area Friends of Arts, we have Juliet Jackson once again, Wenki Lee, and Risha Sen. Congratulations. The AP Scholar Art Award for distinction goes to Juliet Jackson. Congratulations. The PTA Reflections Award goes to Jacob Friedman. Congratulations. Our Five Towns Media Arts Award Show goes to Melody Matia. Congratulations. The Connecticut Football 20th Anniversary logo goes to Amy Kim. Congratulations. We had a first-year winner for the Suffolk Transportation Poster Contest. That goes to Risha Sen. Congratulations. And last but not least, the Photography Society of America, Jacob Friedman. Congratulations to our student artists.
Congratulations once again. At this time, I'd like to have Dr. Joanne Fennessy please join me up here to announce our awards in mathematics.
Good evening. I am happy to acknowledge students for achievements in mathematics. We will start with Burr, who had a 4th and 5th grade math team. They were selected to participate in the Suffolk County Math Tournament, and they were the top 5 students in each grade from the Continental Math League. So I'm going to start with 4th grade. The team was led by Miss Campa, and they competed against 95 students and 19 teams, and they placed 4th in the team competition. So I'd like to call up Aman Shukla, Marcus Ronan, Kaylee Kamara, who also placed 10th in the individual tournament, and it's her birthday, so happy birthday. Mateo Santi, who placed 7th in the individual competition as well, and Ahan Sharma, who placed 4th in the individual competition. We also had a 5th grade team, and they were led by Miss Moore, who I believe is here tonight, so please come up. They competed against 185 students and 37 teams and placed 3rd in the team competition. The members are Nikki Montez, Anderson Lin, Cooper Shore, Eller Wang, who also placed 8th in the individual competition, and Ryan Cardinale, who also placed 4th in the individual competition. Congratulations. I'm going to call 6th grade a minute. We also had 6th grade team led by Miss Heldago, placed 4th in the team competition. Congratulations to Benjamin Lopez, who also placed 1st in the individual competition, Shane Gillian, Rashawn Harish, Brody Levine, and Marina Song. Congratulations to all. Congratulations again. I would also like to recognize Andreas Malia Ayanao, who had the highest score for CHS on the American Scholastic Math Association exam, which played a key role in helping us at the varsity math team secure second place. Congratulations. Go up there, dear. And CHS also had a bunch of students from math research and other students who studied independently compete in the Long Island Math Fair. Under the guidance of Dr. Pope, Ms. Barbagallo, and Mr. Verhees, we received 4 gold, 2 silver, and 5 bronze medals. Congratulations to all participants. I'd like to call up all who participated now. Hashana Chada, Joshua Forty, Maya Ortiz, Michael Petrizzo, Anthony Kim, Brandon Shapiro, Brooke Chan, Baron Erskine, Jaden Jacob, Rohan Joseph, James McCreesh, Sija Pan, and Buse Simsek. Congratulations.
Our next set of students to be recognized will be presented by our Director of Guidance, Ms. Nicole Kriegler.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all of the award recipients. As some of you may know, the National Merit Scholarship Program is one of the most prestigious academic competitions in the United States. A National Merit Finalist is a high school student who has demonstrated exceptional academic talent and achievement as evidenced by their scores on the PSAT and MSQT and their overall academic record. There are 1.6 million juniors who take this exam annually across the nation, and finalists are in the top of less than 1% of test takers. Please join me in recognizing and celebrating Commack High School's National Merit Finalists for 2025, Edwin G., Irene Ma, and Andreas Melia Ionau. Next up are our National Merit Commended students and equally impressive top 3% of test takers. This achievement is not just about a single test score. It is a testament to these students' years of dedication, perseverance, and a genuine love for learning. It speaks to their strong analytical skills, their ability to think critically, and their broad understanding across various subjects. Please join me in congratulating the following students: Kylie Arado, Harris Cantley, Emma Lee, Aaron Matthew, Mehek Sawney, Daniel Steinberg, Carrie Van Cott, and Alexa Walsh. Congratulations.
Our next set of awards will be presented by our Director of Health, Physical Education, and Athletics, Mr. Pat Friel.
Thank you so much for giving me a couple minutes just to recognize and celebrate our amazing student athletes here today. I just want to first thank Mr. Hartman for all your support of athletics over the last 12 years. It's really easy to have an athletic program like this when you have a Board of Education that supports athletics like you guys do, but for the last 12 years, we really feel supported, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I also want to just thank the parents. We don't have an athlete sitting here if you're not a support system at home, getting them to and from their fields and their activities since they're 5 years old. So any student athletes that's sitting here, it's because they had a dedicated support system at home their entire life. So I want to thank the parents. It's tough to be a parent of an athlete, so you guys go above and beyond every day, so I appreciate what you guys do. Thank you. I want to thank my coaches. They're here tonight. I always say it's one of the thankless jobs in a public school. The spotlight's always on you. You're always second guessed. And we have true leaders that guide our student athletes each and every day, trying to teach them life lessons, small little snippets here and there. And I just want to thank you guys publicly as well. When we call up our athletes, if you guys can come on stage for the photo as well, I'd appreciate that. And I also have 4 new health and phys ed teachers that are getting named today, and I just want to welcome you to the family. We're so excited. I'm adding 4 amazing human beings to our staff, and our kids are very lucky to have you guys joining our staff, so congratulations on getting named today. So we do it a little differently in athletics. When you get an award tonight, you get a picture plaque. It's a pretty amazing action shot. 1 goes home with you, and 1 stays on our walls for eternity. So not all of them are in yet. If your award is here, they're going to be in the lobby with Mr. Moran. He'll check off that you received it. If not, they'll be coming in 2 weeks. They're a little behind, but you won't get one as you come on stage. When you leave stage, they're in the lobby on the way out. So again, we have an amazing athletic program, and we have amazing teams. And then we're going to celebrate 2 teams, a team that won a county championship and a team that won 2 national titles. And the athletes we're going to call up today are not only all state and all region honors or kids that won county championships, they are our leaders and our role models of our community. Every kid that I'm going to call up today is a great person who leads by example in our hallways, in our cafeterias, and on our buses. And that's why they're successful. So when they come up, they're not just great athletes, they're great human beings. And I just want to thank you for your leadership for the last 4 years. If you're a senior, if you're coming back to us, you have to continue to be a leader in our community. So congratulations to everyone we're going to call up right now. The first group of athletes are our all-state athletes. So our Commack coaches don't pick them. They are selected by other coaches that we play against. So it's very prestigious. All-state in soccer, CJ Abbott. All-state and county champ in wrestling, Bianca Ackerman. All-state in volleyball, Caitlin Curran. Hold on. All-state and county champ in wrestling, Brady Curry. Congrats. All-state in swimming, Logan DeSena. All-state in softball, Madison Johnson. All-state in bowling, Luke Jonas. Sorry. All-state in softball, Katie Schweitzer. All-state last year and this year, girls basketball, Sophia Vasselman. All-state and county champ in track, Harris Cantley. All-state and county champ, Summer Familia. Track. All-state and county champ, track, Dylan Manning. All-State and County Champ in track, Ben Molino. All-State and County Champ, Aiden Parachi, track. We have 2 All-State athletes that can't be here today because they're competing at the state championship in tennis. All-State in tennis, Jeff Bihar. And All-State in tennis, Eric Benderly. We have 2 athletes that not only were named All-State, they're also named All-Region honors. Braden O'Boyle, soccer. All-State, All-Region football, Andrew Riggs. Last few award winners are county champs individually. Anthony Brashota, 2-time county champ, track. Suffolk County champ, Vitalich, Kathleen Vitalich, winter track. County champ, individual, Kenzie Albano. Last Suffolk County champ in track, Leah Harris. I'd like to call up Jesus Valdez. And Jackie Delasante. So the next team we're going to call up, our girls badminton team, Suffolk County Championships at the team. Mr. Valdez has built our badminton program into a powerhouse in Suffolk County, and I just want to congratulate all the girls. They're going to come up. The coach is going to call your name. Please come up on stage. I have it too if you need it.
Thank you. Congratulations to everyone tonight. So our team was undefeated for the year, 14-0 in the league, and then they proceeded to win and end up with an undefeated season. And I just want to quickly acknowledge that, you know, the girls had been, they've been in the county finals for 3 consecutive years. Unfortunately, the first 2 didn't work out, and they finally broke through. So congratulations. So starting, Neha Chander, Aliyah Chaudhry, September Chang. Ladies, you could start walking down. Kaylin Cho, April Chu, Mia Franey, Brooke Hofer, Juliet Jackson, Emily Jung. You want to start?
Julia Kim, Hannah Krinsky, Jenny Lee, Sue Lee, Bianca Lee, Jessica Ma, Alexandra Martin, Elena Mitsitnikos, Deanna Rodos, Mehek Sani, Rashika Sarana, and June Yoon.
Next group I'm going to call up is our girls, Varsity Cougarettes. First of all, I just want to thank you. Dr. Cox talked about it, but we gave you a week's notice to do a routine on live TV, get up at 3 in the morning and get ready to perform. And I asked the coaches, do you think you get enough girls to perform? And every single one of you showed up. So I just want to thank you for being leaders, getting a week's notice and doing that for us. I really appreciate it. I'm fortunate enough, I go away on this trip every year, and it's a business trip. And if you walk around, I just sit there and count them like ducklings to make sure we don't lose any of them. But the way they represent Commack at nationals is top notch, with grace, with respect, with maturity, in the bus, in the airports, in the hotels. I thank them constantly, but I just want to say publicly, we are so proud to have you in our hallways. You're amazing people, besides being amazing athletes. So congratulations, 2 national titles. Coaches, if you come up.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to announce the 2-time national champions, the Varsity Cougarettes. Anastasia Alexitos, Sophie Barkis, Megan Candia, Bella Castaldo, Cassidy Cavallaro, Esther Cha, Ava DeMarco, Casey Dillman, Carly Ferrara, Gianna Ferreira, Caitlin Foraker, Grace Galgano, Ariana Gangadino, Lindsay Goldman, Vivian Huff, Olivia Johnson, Addie Kleiman, Mackenzie Levine, Jara Levinson, Isabella Lopez, Peyton Manganello, Alex Martin, Melanie Masia, Maddie McDevitt, Michaela Mitchell, Lexi Otten, Bella Perry, Ariana Rabinowitz, Anna Sasto, Taylor Shields, Sarah Strauber, Gabby Torino, and Ava Zizadoro. Thank you.
Congratulations again. At this time, I'd like to invite our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Mr. Scott Oshrin, to the podium. He'll take a moment to recognize our tenure recipients and then help present the Educator of the Year award.
Thank you very much, Mr. Russo. It is with great joy and admiration that we gather here this evening to celebrate a remarkable achievement for so many of our educators, the awarding of tenure. To those receiving tenure this evening, this moment signifies much more than just professional advancement. It's a testament to your unwavering commitment to excellence, your passion for nurturing young minds, and your tireless dedication to shaping the future. Tenure is not simply a milestone in your career, but a recognition of the profound impact that you have had on your students, your colleagues, and the entire Commack community. Your work goes beyond the classroom. It inspires curiosity, fosters critical thinking, and builds the foundation for a brighter future tomorrow. Tenure is a mark of trust. Trust in your expertise, trust in your integrity, and trust in your continued contributions to the field of education and the students that you serve every day. This evening, we honor not only the hard work and accomplishments that have brought you here, but also the promise of the incredible work that you will continue to do. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We look forward to all that you will achieve in the many years ahead. At this time, I would like to call up two very special guests, the president of our Administrators Association and principal at Northridge Primary School, Ms. Catherine Ream, and also the vice president of the Teachers Association, Mr. Rob Ciani, to help present our tenure recipients with a memento. Our first tenure recipient is the assistant principal of Commack High School, Mr. Eric Biaggi, coming up to the stage. Not only can Mr. Biaggi take an incredible selfie, he's an educational leader who has demonstrated the knowledge, skills, and dedication necessary for a long and successful career in school administration. He's done so much for the students, staff, and community at Commack High School. Congratulations, Mr. Biaggi. Kathleen Capolino, please come on up. Kathleen demonstrates a high degree of professionalism and positive enthusiasm as she fulfills her responsibilities as a fifth grade teacher. She is the type of teacher that students and families always request to have. We are so lucky that she is a member of our team. Congratulations, Kathleen. There are three individuals who can't join us tonight, but I would like to publicly recognize them: Angela D. Natali, Kelly Dunbar, and Anne Marie Gregory. Congratulations. Next up, our Curriculum Associate for Administration, Dr. Michael Inforna. How many tenure awards have you received, Dr. Inforna? Dr. Inforna has consistently demonstrated an exceptional level of expertise, dedication, and forward-thinking leadership in his role. His impact on our district has been profound as he has transformed numerous projects into meaningful and lasting initiatives that support students, faculty, and administration alike. Congratulations, Dr. Inforna. Jacqueline McHale. Jacqueline goes above and beyond to see that each and every one of her students is successful. She has built strong relationships with her students and colleagues. We are so incredibly proud of all of her hard work and dedication. Congratulations, Jacqueline. Mr. John Miali. John Miali is a team player in every sense of the word. Simply put, Mr. Miali represents the very best of our profession. He is right for kids. He goes above and beyond in everything that he does, and we're so lucky that he's on our team. Congratulations, Mr. Miali. Nicole Mishali. Nicole is a speech therapist in the district. She has a deep understanding of her students and works tirelessly to help them reach their full potential. She's kind, caring, and student-centered. Congratulations on your achievement this evening. Erin Panic. Alexa Pata. Dr. Pata consistently exceeds expectations in all aspects of her role as a school psychologist, demonstrating a deep commitment to student success and the overall well-being of the school community. She's involved in all aspects of the school. Congratulations, Alexa. Jamie Pearsall. Jamie demonstrates extraordinary skill in every facet of her role. She's a valuable resource for teachers and support staff. She consistently goes above and beyond for each of her students and the staff. Congratulations to Jamie. Lauren Rotundo. The Burke contingent came out hard tonight. Lauren is the consummate professional. She tailors her lessons to meet the needs of each of her students in her care. She is regularly recognized as a highly effective educator. Congratulations, Lauren. Mr. Tim Russo, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment. Dr. Cox shared that genuine leadership is measured not just by what gets done, but by how it gets done, with integrity, humility, and an unwavering commitment to others. Mr. Russo goes above and beyond each day, leading by example and embodying the core values that define us as a district. Tim, congratulations on this incredible award. I'm proud to call you a colleague and a friend. Dr. Jennifer Santarello, Curriculum Associate for Secondary Education. Dr. Santarello fills many roles here in Commack. She's well known for building a culture of positivity throughout the district. She builds strong relationships, develops new teachers, seeks out new learning opportunities for herself and others, and works tirelessly on behalf of our district. Congratulations to Dr. Santarello. Alexa Tiberia. Alexa has built positive relationships with students, families, and staff alike. She was the 2024-2025 Rolling Hills Advocate in Action recipient, an incredible honor to receive. She volunteers for committees and is willing to support the school in any way possible. Congratulations, Alexa. Jennifer Turner. Jennifer is a caring teacher who goes out of her way to help children reach their full potential. She is constantly seeking new and innovative professional development opportunities to improve her practices in the classroom. Congratulations, Jennifer. Victoria Varone. Tonight's a special night for Victoria. Not only is she receiving tenure as a teaching assistant, but later on in this evening's board meeting, she'll be appointed as a probationary physical education teacher. Victoria, we're so proud of your accomplishments and look forward to all that you're going to do in the future. Congratulations. Emily Walther. Emily demonstrates a high degree of professionalism and positive enthusiasm as she fulfills her responsibilities at Burr. She's deeply committed to the social, emotional, and academic development of each student in her care. We're so proud of her hard work. Congratulations, Emily. Again, it's my joy and privilege to present tenure recipients to the Board of Education for approval tonight. We have 20 recipients. Please give them a big round of applause.
Please welcome Mr. Brian Simpson and Mr. Rob Gianni to present our Educator of the Year Award.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'd like to begin by congratulating all of the students, families, and tenure recipients. In addition, later in the meeting, our new staff joining the Commack family. How about a round of applause for them? And Mr. Hartman, I want to send a thank you over to you for all that you have done for the students of Commack, from both the CTA and CASA, the Administrators Association and Teachers Association. Thank you very much for all that you have done for all of us and the students. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Brian Simpson, Indian Hollow Primary School Principal, and Rob Gianni, my co-chair of the Educator of the Year Committee. So thank you for coming out this evening. Thank you also to the Board of Education for the opportunity to present Educator of the Year at this forum. And also thank you to our professional council members. This is a group made up of both teachers and administrators that we get together and we pick our Educator of the Year. It's a year-long process that we go through where they have to submit an essay, they submit a video. We also got to meet them in public this year, or in person this year, which was a great experience that we added to it. So first, I'd like to introduce all of the candidates that were nominated at the building level, and then I will pass it over to Rob, who will introduce our level winners and ultimately our Educator of the Year. So we have Melissa Lessing from Indian Hollow Primary School, Christine Dennis from Northridge Primary School, Aaron Panic from Rolling Hills Primary School, Justine Bonavolanta from Wood Park Primary School, Dominic Fontana, Burr Intermediate School, Jeanette LaMontagne from Burr Intermediate School, Jody Jacob from Madrakia Sawmill Intermediate School, Patricia Tappan from Madrakia Sawmill Intermediate School, Joseph Lena from Commack Middle School, Christine Mankies from Commack Middle School, Carrie Rivara from Commack Middle School, Drew Yeager from Commack Middle School, Carol Barbagallo from Commack High School, Holly Belisari from Commack High School, Kimberly Sissick from Commack High School, Ryan McGrath from Commack High School, and Jennifer O'Connor from Commack High School. How about a big round of applause for all of our... So I'd like to share at this time Mr. Rob Gianni, my co-chair, who will introduce our level winners, who they know who they are, but then we will ultimately share our Educator of the Year. So thank you again for coming out this evening. It's great to see all of you.
Well, I've managed to make this podium about as messy as my desk at school so far, so I'm doing something right. First of all, I want to, of course, thank the wonderful and effervescent Brian Simpson, and, of course, the wise and minds of professional counsel. So Educator of the Year has gone through a lot of changes over the years. I kind of say this every year, but it used to be called Teacher of the Year. And we really felt like when we talk about the whole child, we are keenly aware that it is not just the teacher that is part of a whole person. It really is the entirety of the building, the entire staff. So Brian and I decided we were really going to broaden that term. We were going to call it Educator of the Year. And we're going to include really everybody who works in that building with the students, the teacher assistants, the librarians, the physical educators, the psychologists, the social workers. I could go on and on, speech therapists. I could just list all night, but I'm on a time limit and I'm going to bore you. So I will say, as we dove into this process, we began to include all of these different people. And Commack Education continues to nurture the whole person and transcends the four walls of any classroom. So selecting the Educator of the Year is never easy. Each of these dynamic individuals are household names in Commack. Their resumes are always humbling, and they're a snapshot of the professionals who all honestly could win Educator of the Year. What really seems to separate any teacher from anybody else is actually, we look at them and there seems to be an acknowledgement of who they are and why that they have become an excellent educator. We have a lot of great educators, but knowing who you are as a person and your own growth and a recognition of your own journey is really what seems to separate one educator when we're looking at great educators from the rest. This year, I'd like to announce the level winners. I hope that's okay with everybody. In the primary level, we have Christine Dennis. At the intermediate level, we have Jeanette LaMontagne. From the middle school, Drew Yeager. And at the high school, Kimberly Sissick. If you'd like to come up to the stage, that would be wonderful.
Come on, your students came up. You can come up.
You could do this. You deserve it. I'll wait just a moment because I don't want to rush this, but I'm really happy and proud to announce our 2025 Educator of the Year, Christine Dennis. I began working with Christine 19 years ago at Sawmill Intermediate School. She was hired as a teacher assistant and quickly became a real standout in our Sawmill family. She was wonderful with the students, patient, warm, made real connections. She was there for a number of years, and eventually we were sad to see her leave as she was transferred first to Commack High School and then to Northridge. And for those of you that aren't in education, this is a pretty common story. Education is a long career, and a rolling stone gathers no moss. And progress often means taking a chance on a new grade level or a new building. Christine Dennis made a lot of these changes, eventually ending up at Northridge. And an interesting thing happened. There was a library position the district couldn't fill. Christine was asked to fill in as the librarian media specialist at Northridge until they found a librarian, which turned out to be a short leave replacement because Christine Dennis realized that this was her new home. She quickly went to Kathy Ream, who saw in her the greatness that was to become, as all great leaders do. And Kathy, we will miss you. And allowed Christine Dennis to go back to school, seek out an entirely new path in their career, to reinvent herself and the library at Northridge. And since then, Northridge has not been the same. She has developed literacy programs and has made technology accessible to everyone in the building. Her creativity, her passion, industry, curiosity, and pursuit of growing as an educator are why Christine Dennis is Commack's 2025 Educator of the Year.
Mr. Ciani, can we invite you onto the stage? So that concludes our recognition portion of this evening. And so at this point, I'm going to turn the mic back over to Mr. Hartman.
Thank you, Dr. Cox. Before we turn to the regular meeting, go for a quick break in case anyone wants to leave for the regular meeting. They want to do two quick announcements. I want to do two congratulations. One to past board election. Again, welcome back to the board, Mr. Gus Huber, again, board trustee. Also, I'd like to introduce to the community Ms. Nicole Goldstein, who's sitting in the audience over there, who will be part of this board starting on July 1. We welcome her wisdom to help shape this board for the future. So congratulations, Nicole, and to Gus. So with that, I know everyone had a long evening. It's past 9 o'clock. We're going to be getting on to regular board business. You're always welcome to stay for regular board business. But if you would like to go home, feel free to take these 2 minutes for a quick break. Scott also get tenure? Not yet. Oh, he's next. He's next year. Or his next board meeting? Beginning of next year. Okay. I just didn't remember what it was. I'm like, if he announced himself, I'm like, okay. And to me. And me. We'll give everybody 1 more minute before we restart up the meeting. Alrighty. Moving on with our meeting, there is no administrative report for tonight. There are no committee reports. So with that, I will turn over to Dr. Hender to read a Board of Education statement.
Thank you, Mr. Hartman. Our board meeting has 2 opportunities for public comment, one where the public can comment on specific agenda items only, and one at the end of the meeting where the public can comment on other school district matters. Please take a white card if you have a question on specific agenda items, and a green card if you have comments during public participation on other school matters. Comments must be no longer than 3 minutes. The district clerk will call each person up by number. We are monitoring the time and will let speakers know when their time is complete. When called up to the microphone, please state your name and whether you are a district resident. Please only speak to the board directly. The board appreciates the community's feedback. These commentary periods are not times for public debate or for answering specific questions where a direct answer cannot be provided. We will make a note of any questions where the answer is not known and provide a response as soon as possible to the person asking the question. Public comment does not allow for positive or negative statements about a specific employee as it relates to his or her job performance. Any matters related to specific students will not be discussed. The president shall terminate the right of any speaker if they are overly lengthy, repetitive, disruptive, disrespectful to anyone, and/or offensive, as well as if the public becomes unruly and lacks respect for others. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hender. I will turn it over to Ms. Verga to go through public participation on specific agenda items only.
So if anyone has a comment, that would be a white card, number 1. Max, if you want to come up, because technically, you could come up because technically that is on the agenda, so you may come up with your question.
I'm Max. I'm a third grader at Sawmill, and I would like to follow up on the student participating on the school board. As a Sawmill student, I want to know if there's been any update on how I can be active on the committee.
That is a great question. As a matter of fact, this evening on tonight's agenda, we are going to be approving, the board will have the opportunity to approve the student board member who will be sitting at this table starting in July. I have had the opportunity to meet with this student multiple times, and she is planning on reaching out to the different buildings, to the different principals, and so your voice will certainly be included. We will not forget you. We will remember you. And you know, if there are things going on in your school or things that you want to share with the student board member who's going to be starting in July, we're going to find an avenue to be able to communicate with you at your school. How's that sound?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm not sure if I did this right, but I have a 1. Thank you for giving it to me, Rob. I forgot how long these things were. So anyway, I'm Jarrett Bihar. I'm from Commack. I used to be on the board. I was on the board with Steve for 6 years, and I just wanted to take this opportunity, it being Steve's last meeting for 12 years, to just wish him congratulations on a great career as a servant for the community. Real quick, in my time on the board and being involved in the district, I always realized there were 2 different kinds of people that ran for the board. There were people that ran because they had an agenda. You know, they had a bone to pick with someone, they had some issue they cared about, they just wanted to be important. And then there were people that ran because they cared about our children, they cared about our community. And there is no doubt in my mind that Steve Hartman falls into that latter category. The amount of hours that he has spent in volunteer positions, not just on the school board, but as the library president, is, I think, unprecedented. I mean, just giving up that much of your time, really because you only care about our children and our community is just, it's really something to be commended. And I just wanted to say, you know, especially particularly Commack, right? Commack only has the school district. We don't have a downtown, we don't have a waterfront. It's not really a walkable community. So the community kind of coalesces around the school district. And that's really the most important thing here in Commack. And Steve has really just been such a great steward of that, our most important asset over the last 12 years. So I know everyone said a lot of nice things. In my experience working with Steve, I really, I consider him a friend. I thought we collaborated well, and I just want to congratulate him one last time on just a great career as a public servant for Commack. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jared. Really appreciate it.
Do I give this to somebody?
Anyone else with a white card? Even though these are green, that's quite all right. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Thank you, Ms. Verga. We're going to continue on with our agenda. So we're going to acknowledge the correspondences that were received and were responded to by the administrative. I'm going to motion to adopt the following resolution for donation. Be it further resolved that the board accept on behalf of the district donations listed by the following to be applied as requested, and be it further resolved that the district will deposit these funds as listed, and be it further resolved that the board authorizes an increase as necessary to the budget codes for the use of these funds. Donation from the Box Tops of America, from the Commack High School PTA, from the Commack Retired Teachers Chapter, from the Commack Roadrunners Booster Club, from the Rolling Hills PTA, and from Jimmy Wrench Incorporated. Can I get a motion, please?
Motion.
First by Ms. Huber, second by Ms. Schultz down there. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from May 8th, 2025 Board of Education meeting, the minutes from the May 2025 meeting, the minutes of the May 22nd, 2025 special meeting? Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Moving down. I'm going to need a motion to approve the personnel agenda, and I believe at this time, Mr. Oshman's going to be reading the names, is that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me do the motion first. Can I get a motion to approve the personnel agenda? Motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
So at this time, we'll turn over to Mr. Oshrin to read some of the names who will be appointed tonight.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hartman. We had 42 instructional retirements in the district this year, so the Office of Human Resources and the administrators have been very busy hiring. We have 26 individuals being recommended to the board tonight to be approved in probationary appointments. Our first is an elementary teacher. When I call your name, I ask that you please stand up so we could recognize you to the community. First up, elementary teacher Kerry Abruzzo. Next is our varsity kickline coach, Alexa Armentano. Elementary teacher, Janelle Bellotti. Speech therapist, Morgan Connolly. Elementary librarian, Kristen Corso. Special education teacher, Jessica Catrone. Current teaching assistant and coach of many, many sports, physical education teacher, Jacqueline Delasanti. Orchestra teacher, Christopher Donahue. Elementary teacher, Marissa Giamacorso. Band teacher, no relation, Natalie Hartman. Special education teacher, Emily Huber. Biology teacher, Robert Labanner. Health teacher, Cassie Leone. Elementary teacher, Kelly McFasden. Elementary teacher, Krista Myers. Elementary teacher, Nicole Nolan. Teacher assistant, Lacey O'Boyle. Resource room teacher, Shannon O'Connor. Elementary teacher, Sydney Ross. Elementary teacher, Brandon Sider. Elementary teacher, Kaylee Smith. Elementary teacher, Haley Stroll. The next individual has been an elementary teacher in the district for many years, and he's switching to technology, Jeffrey Trebor. Physical education teacher, Michael Unterweiser. Physical education teacher, Victoria Verone. Lastly, chemistry teacher, Victoria Vidolich. At this time, I'll ask for all of our probationary appointments to please stand up to be recognized. Congratulations.
Again, on behalf of the Commack Board of Education, welcome to the Commack family. We know you will do great things going forward, and much appreciation to Mr. Oshrin for reading that, because he would do a much better job than I could do. He read off all those names smoothly and knew their exact position, so kudos to him, because he really knocked that one out of the park, so thank you again for that. All righty. With that, I can get a motion to approve the personnel agenda.
Motion.
I get a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Can I get a motion to give them a round of applause again? welcome. We're gonna see the nice little bus pictures again, being posted online. So it'll come soon enough before you know it. So, all right, a motion to approve consent agenda items as presented and/or amended, numbers 2 through 15. Motion, please. Motion. Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Okay, there are no consent agenda items legal. Be it further resolved upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education approves the professional growth plan effective July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2030. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Okay. Be it resolved upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools in accordance with Board Policy 211 and Education Law Section 1702, the Board of Education appoints Kayla Gruber, a junior at the Commack High School, to serve as the ex officio Board of Education member for the period of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. I don't know if Kayla, are you here in the audience?
She is.
Yeah. So at the reorganization meeting, Kayla will be sitting here on the board with the rest of the board. So congratulations. We look forward to your contributions. And don't forget to talk to Max. All righty. With that, all in favor?
Aye.
Did I get a motion? I'm sorry.
Motion.
I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. All right. Congratulations, Kayla. It's another very, very exciting appointment here tonight. Whereas the Superintendent of Schools recommends that Ms. Stephanie Lipson be appointed by the Board of Education of the Commack Union Free School District to a 4-year probationary period as an elementary assistant principal assigned to Mandrakia Sawmill Intermediate School at Step 1 salary set forth in the district CASA contract, currently $138,244 minus the applicable withholding and deductions, whereas Ms. Lipson possesses the certification as a school board leader. Now further be resolved that upon the superintendent's recommendation, the board hereby appoints Ms. Lipson in accordance with Section 302 of the Education Law to a 4-year probationary term in the elementary assistant principal tenure area, commencing on July 1, 2025, and ending on June 30th, 2029, at the Step 1 salary set forth in the district CASA contract, currently $139,244, minus applicable withholdings and deductions to be paid by the district's general fund, and be it further resolved that nothing in the resolution be further construed to limit the unfettered statutory right of the school district to terminate Ms. Lipson for any statutory and constitutionally permissible reason while she remains in this probationary status. Can I get a motion?
Wait.
Hold on 1 second.
There's an error.
There's an error because of the salary? It's 138? Is that?
It says the numbers are different.
One says 138, one says 139?
The 138 is the correct number, Mr. Hartman.
Thank you. So be it amended, it's 138,244.
She just lost $1,000.
Thank you very much. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
I get a second.
Second.
Ms. Lipson, I think you're here in the audience somewhere. Again, we're very, very, very excited of the passion she's going to bring to the Sawmill School, excuse me, and certainly we welcome to the Commack family as another person to really help us contribute to keep growing this great community. So thank you again. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Moving on to our agenda, I'm going to acknowledge receipt of the professional services rendered for Bond, Shunock & King for the month ending April 20th, 2025. Going further on, I'm going to acknowledge receipt of committee and special education and preschool education dates as listed. I'm going to acknowledge receipt of the April 2025 financial reports listed as below. I'm going to acknowledge receipt of the internal claim orders monthly update. So, this is for the next meeting. So there actually is 2 more meetings that I have to actually announce. First of all, there is the Board of Education will hold a meeting on Thursday. That is on June the 12th at 6 for the audit committee, and thereafter we'll adjourn into executive session at that time. There will be no board business conducted at that meeting. The board will also have a meeting on June 23rd at the Commack High School starting at 5 p.m. as well. Lastly, the Board of Education in the Commack Union Free School District shall hold its reorganizational meeting on Thursday, July 10th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the Hub's Administration Building, 480 Clay Pitts Road, East Northport, New York. It is anticipated the board will make a motion for the purpose of entering executive session at this time. And at 8 p.m., the board will reconvene in public session for the purpose of holding its reorganizational meeting, immediately followed by the regular public meeting. Alrighty. With that, I'm turning it back over to Ms. Berger for district matters, comments from the public on anything not on the agenda.
See the July meeting, 7 o'clock.
7, okay, so there's a typo on here. It's not at 8. We're going to be having the regular meeting starting at 7, so executive session at 6, and the regular meeting will be at 7. Be noted. Back to you, Ms. Verga.
Okay, anyone with a green card number 3?
Rob Ciani, 4th grade teacher, Vice President of Commack Teachers Association. I want to talk about you, Mr. Hartman. You've had a lot of service here in this district, and I want to thank you for it. I want to tell you, I think I was talking about leadership the other day with somebody, and what you see in leadership is what we come to this table, we listen to you speak, and we see the presentations and everything. But I know that the hours and hours and hours you put in every single week into this job over the course of 12 years is staggering. I know that it is an unpaid position. And I'm going to tell you the things that you've seen this district through in your time, from the economic downturn of 2008 and the financial struggles our district was having. Obviously, so many mandates that came down from the government, very difficult to navigate. And I think, we're quick to forget. It's 2025, but there was a very scary time where some of the members of this board were still sitting here, where our schools shut down completely. And the amount of time that you put into speaking with the teachers, seeing how things were going in the classrooms, exploring ways to connect the children to a greater community, even though we're all holed up in our homes. I can't thank you enough. I know a lot of people in the community, they see on the outside, but I got a peek into how much work you really do. And I just want to thank you for your many, many years and your dedication, and we will miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Really appreciate working with you and the whole CTA.
Green card number 4? Any other green cards?
All righty. So I wish there was a motion to adjourn the meeting permanently, but unfortunately the board has to go back into executive session. So I need a motion to adjourn back into executive session for the employment history of a particular employee and seeking legal advice from the board's attorney. Could I get a motion?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight.